God gives you an opportunity to partake of his power. And so, Yeshua, who has got what? Who has got anything? I don't believe that only the one person had a few loaves and fishes. But I believe that one person understood that God is stirring once again. That one person understood that the power of God is available. And that one person looked and he said, this fish and loaves that I have may be enough to feed 5,000, but the dream inside of me, I need 12 times that. But the dream inside of me, because I see myself with my petrol stations, I see myself not as a homeowner, but as the landlord, not someone that is living in the community, but I own the community because of my God inside of me. And one person realized that God is moving, and he moved with God. And when God said, what do we have? One person said, yeah, Lord, you may see a few fish and loaves. One person said, you can do this with one fish and one loaf, but there you go, Lord. I am part of what you're doing. I am part of your stirring, because the vision inside of me is greater than the need for the 5,000 that must be fed, because I need 12 times that volume because of my dream, because of my vision, because of the home I have. I don't just see myself in my house, but I see my kids, everyone having their own, but it's coming out of me. And so he brings forth. But now you've got to understand something. God said, before you can call, I have answered. So that means you don't have a seed, you have a forest that you're holding. And now you're sowing no more from a place of deficiency or lack. Because if you sow from that place, what fellowship has light with darkness? What fellowship has the fullness of God with the deficiency of the creature? So when you're sowing, you are now, as Pastor said, abiding, and ask. How do you abide in him? By your obedience. How do you ask? You ask by your participation. You can't say to God, give me a car. God doesn't have a transport problem. You do. But God will cause you to become so fruitful. If you could understand that now he's no more stirring in the stories you read, but he's stirring in your life. He's stirring in your circumstance. He's stirring in your home. And now you're invited to partake. You know, Pastor could stand up and say, oh, we want to build a church and we need 5 million. But you need 12 times that for the dream inside of you. For what you have been called to take. And so one person stood up and said, God, yes, my abundance. You never give anything except above what I could think, ask, or imagine. So this is an overflow. And this person came and sowed into the stirring of God. God didn't need anyone to give anything to feed him. But God wanted to position you that he has to now move on your behalf. Because God is no man's debtor. You can never outgive God. So God positioned himself in such a way that he's not obligated to bring your dream to pass. He's not obligated to bring the vision that is given you to pass. And so he says, what do we have? Listen, now that we crossed over, our language has changed. We no longer intercede from a place of lack, but from a place of fullness, but from a place of overflowing. We no longer sow from a place of, well, God, this is for my rent. No, but from a place of fullness. This is for my home and my kids' home, because I receive the fullness of God. Because I've come in agreement with the power of God, with the might of God. And so this they crossed over. Let's go to our scriptures of crossing over. Before they crossed over the Jordan, the Red Sea, how were they praying? From the position of lack. Oh, we don't have this garlic, we don't have that onions. Oh God. But when they crossed over, what does scripture say about the grapes? What does it say about the land? What was you now told? Now that you're in the place of fullness, or you intercede from fullness in worship, in praise, in adoration, in thanksgiving. Because God has given you beyond what you can think, ask, or imagine. So what you have is not a seed to sow, but what you have is the forest that you're about to reap. You're about to reap back the forest. The shout to one basket. There were many others had, but they probably went, there's not enough to feed 5,000. They never crossed over. I really need this. They never crossed over. They never saw that the forest was given to them. It just may look like it's in a seed, but it's a forest. They never saw that God gave the fullness to them. Because in God is fullness. In God is no shortfall. In God is beyond what you could think, ask, or imagine. So the one person crossed over and said, yeah, Lord, take my abundance. You see, light don't fellowship with darkness. Light fellowship with light. So out of the abundance, the place where you are abiding in God, you ask. How do you ask? By your obedience. God created the well, you sow. By your obedience, God then causes you to be fruitful. God causes all grace to abound towards you. Your dream may be something like you're like, but how can I penetrate that world? How can I penetrate that market? Well, guess what? Now that you crossed over, did you not hear that 3 armies came against Jehoshaphat? And what did he do? Send Judah first. And what did Joshua do? Tell you? Praise, glorify, sing. Our warfare has changed. Our giving has changed. We are no longer giving from a place of, I hope God can do this. I hope God can give me a way of how I can make extra income. No, our warfare has changed. We don't even worship with God if you do this, I will do that. No, our warfare has changed. Father, before you've given me, you know exactly what the vision in my heart is. So you have given me everything that I need pertaining to life and godliness. So Father, out of the abundance that you have given me, I sow. And I reap out of the abundance from the presence of God. And the Bible says that they ate. Because abundance was fellowship with abundance. And that they ate. And that they partook. So this morning, get your seed. Get your seed in your hand. We're going to pray. We're going to thank God. The Bible says when he took it, he gave thanks to God. But the one person understood. Father, as we lift up the seed, we give thanks to you. We honor you. For you, out of your abundance, have abundantly given to us. And now out of the abundance that we receive from you, we sow it back to you. And Father, I decree over every life, every family, it will come 12 times what you need. It will come back 12 times what you require. In fact, there's 12 months of the year. Every year you will rejoice. Every month you will rejoice that God has exceeded your expectation by what you think, ask, or imagine. So, Father, I thank you as I seal this word and as they come with joy. to sow out of